Nation has a leader. The leader is the Constitution of Kenya. The reason why the call to not have any political engagement at the moment is because, remember, Raila Odinga is well contained in the NADCO report. After him protesting and agitating for whatever he was agitating for, cost of living being #1, but it ended up being almost the last one, he was well contained in the NADCO report. And I think a year later, nothing has been implemented from that report. It is until this revolution came into life that even the issue of IEBC somehow is on the table. And hopefully it advances because we do need a functional IEBC. And while at the IEBC, I saw the interreligious fraternity were given 2 slots. Why can't 1 slot be ceded to the Media Council?
Yeah.
Because the fourth estate is one of the movers on how matters election are handled in the country. We don't need 2 interregional representation. 1 slot should be ceded to the fourth estate so that we can have proper, legitimate, and real-time. Not just reporting, because what they're doing now is just an election of the commissions, but engagement from the word go, so that in time we will not have a matter of misreporting, misrepresentation. Let there be engagement from the word go. The fourth estate needs to be embraced by the government. But going back to why we don't need a political approach, Raila Odinga was contained in the NADCO report. Done. That is dusted. How do we move on from here? Progress is being made. The president dissolved the cabinet, correct. The president has cut down on any foreign trips. That is embraced. The president, we are waiting to see what happens when the resumption of assembly, the National Assembly, comes into play, because he must understand, and I hope he does, that his leadership in the National Assembly incited Kenyans into the streets. The majority
and against
leader,
his administration. Yes,
the majority leader, the chief whip, the chair of the finance budget, the chair of the finance committee, because remember the arrogant statements they were making, that this bill is going to pass whether you like it or not, and many other examples. We are waiting to see the changes he's going to apply in the National Assembly.
Okay.
If he continues to advance towards a progressive and peaceful regime, by making decisions that are socio-economic friendly to Kenyans, Kenyans are willing to work with him until 2027.
Okay.
But if now he embraces the likes of the ODM and tries to water down the revolution and not make the necessary concessions and changes that he needs to, it is not going to end well with him, because that's why people are saying, if you cannot toe the line and do what we deserve as Kenyans, then we have no faith in your leadership.
Okay.
Finally, it is very unfortunate to see our own president come out and say that this revolution is being funded by foreigners. There is no amount of funding that can bring out 32, 35, almost 40 counties. Scores of Protestants to the streets, agitating uniformly for socio-economic transformation. I have not seen any. That's why it is fair that this revolution remains leaderless and led by the Constitution. Okay. Because I have not seen any person coming out and saying, as a result of this revolution, I now want to be your leader. Okay. This is not agitation for political spaces and positions.
And there's a risk for the president if at all he does not pay close attention to this, as one